Tesla vs. Lovecraft is a science fiction-based twin-stick shooter. While pitting the genius Tesla and the famous fiction author H.P. Lovecraft against one another in a battle of science versus magic is certainly a unique take, the gameplay is a decidedly standard entry into the genre. In Tesla vs. Lovecraft, you'll be in control of Tesla. After Tesla demands that Lovecraft be removed from a presentation, Lovecraft summons his minions and they burn down and steal from Tesla's lab. Armed with various inventions, Tesla sets out on gaining his revenge by making his way through dozens of levels in search of Lovecraft, killing his minions along the way. You'll go through a map filled with a few different levels to repel Lovecraft's fiends. The game's difficulty is split into 3 different planes, with the first being normal, which awards 1 ether per level and doesn't allow for elite monsters to spawn. As you go through the different planes, you'll come across elite level monsters, while other monsters have increased health and do increased damage to you. To compensate for this, you'll be able to earn more ether per level and up to a massive 400% quest reward bonus. Unfortunately, this means you'll encounter the same maps over and over. This is made even more prevalent given that there aren't too many variations in the different levels to begin with, and you'll repeat levels multiple times while going through the same plane. Throughout the game, you'll make use of Tesla's inventions that end up spawning on the map and include things like his backpack, which serves as an integral part of the game. This allows Tesla to teleport and is a key feature in completing the levels. You'll play through multiple short levels, all of which take only a handful of minutes to complete at the most. Leveling up is contained to that specific session, and that progress isn't carried over. Aether crystals allow for the unlocking of inventions, and outside of the ones you get at the start, there are options to start with a free random ability, free random perk, and an increase in health and damage per level, to name a few. Killing enemies awards experience, and for each level you gain, you're able to select a perk from a choice of 2. These are pretty difficult decisions as well, as most upgrades are overwhelmingly useful and you'll rarely have to make a choice between 2 options that won't help you out in some way. Overall, Tesla vs. Lovecraft is well balanced. It provides a fair challenge, but at no time is it overly difficult or too easy. There's a little bar that shows how many enemies are left to beat in order to complete the level, and different weapons have different strengths and weaknesses. For example, the revolver is slower and only fires 1 projectile, but can pierce through enemies and deals more damage, while the Tommy gun or shotgun are made for dealing with groups of enemies. As you level up, stronger weapons will be released onto the map, but despite acquiring a higher grade weapon, you can still pick up a weaker weapon, which is unfortunate since it will get rid of your more powerful or suitable weapon. Fortunately, regardless of what's on screen, performance remains rock solid and there were no noticeable drops in frame rate. Going off the assumption that this game's titular characters would serve as the extent of the game's character would be incorrect. While there is nothing groundbreaking or genre defined to be found here, Tesla vs. Lovecraft is a solid twin-stick shooter that doesn't rely on the individuals in the title, but instead on its sound gameplay. While certainly a familiar experience for those who are well versed in the twin-stick shooter genre, Tesla vs. Lovecraft still provides a fun time. If you like this video, consider subscribing and checking back weekly for more content just like this.